All right, we are back, you guys, with another episode of Tony Talks It Out. You see, we have cards now, which means we are official, and we can now be sponsored by huge companies like Fenty and Nike and, I don't know, be on the Oprah show or something because we're that official now. It's not just me today, you guys. I actually have the pleasure of bringing on some guests, some huge celebrities that, you know, you're just now being introduced to. They've flown all the way from Jamaica and Kansas City. I'll let you decide which one came from which. Other than that, you guys, let's give a warm welcome to my friends, Nyjah and Rachel.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. I'm super excited. Are you guys excited?
Very.
You sound and look excited. Look like I dragged you here. Okay, so before we start, you guys, I gave y'all cards prior to everything starting to record. And we're going to play a little game just to get to know each other more than I guess we already do. Or just to remind ourselves how much we don't know each other. We are going to pick up these cards and then we'll have Nyjah start. Just read what's on your card and then we'll answer it.
As a child, what do you think I wanted to be?
I would think you wanted to be a NASCAR driver.
Good one.
Okay.
Rachel?
And Nyjah wanted to be a paleontologist.
That's correct.
You said an paleontologist?
No, paleontologist.
What is that?
They like dig up dinosaur bones and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed that.
I know, right?
Right? Okay, well, Rachel, what does yours say?
If MySpace were still a thing, what would my profile song be?
Taylor Swift.
I was just about to say Blank Space by Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift,
Probably like
probably.
Snow on the Beach by Taylor Swift.
Okay, well, that's... Hey, we'll play that at some point. Okay. Now, mine is, what subject do you think I thrived in at school? Did I fail any?
I feel like you probably thrived. I don't know. Like if you took theater, I feel like you would have done well there. But
Yeah, I can see that.
or like art.
Yeah.
Okay, so more
yeah.
so on like the artistic side of the
So,
classes.
Passed
like-
art and failed PE.
Nyjah Severo.
Okay.
I was gonna say math.
He thinks I am not athletic at all. But he's right. Yeah, no, I did nothing for PE. Let's get into this. So for you guys to understand a little backstory, Nyjah and Rachel are kind of the individuals that motivated me to pursue Tony Talks kind of full time and just throw my job in the trash and never look at them ever again because they're just trash. I want to get more into that, and we're going to start with Nyjah, seeing as though he was the one who motivated me.
Remember when I used to call you every single day and tell you to quit your job?
Absolutely. That's the thing. Like, you know, not you were the one who motivated me, but Rachel was really the one who was like
Pushing
constantly.
you.
Yeah, I just heard
Yeah.
stories about you quitting your job and all that stuff. But Rachel was like, if you don't quit your job, I'm going to kill you. So for you, Nyjah, you motivated me to eventually take the leap to quit my job, as we said. What would you say your overall motive to leave corporate America?
I would say my motive was to just have freedom and be able to do exactly what I wanted to do and not be told what I should be doing, essentially. So that was the way I looked at it.
For all you who don't know, Rachel has worked 5 billion jobs, and it seems like she can't keep one of them. But what was the sign that said, okay, I am done working for other people?
Probably that I couldn't keep a job. Like I couldn't keep a job because I hated them. Like I hated having to be somewhere and like you said, like being told what to do. But really I didn't like choose to leave my job. I got fired and just decided I wasn't going back.
Right? Okay. Well, that's how life works. With both of you now being full-time entrepreneurs, is it everything that you expected?
No, not at all.
Hello?
It's very
No.
vague. I feel like it's more. Like it's
Yes.
I definitely feel like it's better, but also I feel like it's way harder. Like
Okay.
than I thought it would
Yeah.
be.
You
So, like, what is harder?
Like you're not really taught to be your own boss. So I'm over here
Yes.
like trying to figure it out, but also nobody really knows what to do because you have like half the people who work for themselves telling you like, oh, I never sleep and like I work 48 hours a day. But then you have other people who are like, you know, prioritize rest and
Yeah.
I only work 2 hours a day and I make $10,000 an hour. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I'm not doing something right. I need somebody to just give me like a playbook, but
Yeah.
you kind of have to do it on your own. And so
Yeah.
we're just kind of figuring it out and like also being the one person who runs like a whole company. You're not like just working one position anymore. You're now like the marketing team and the social media team and the videography team, like everything. So I'm just like that part is harder, but I would rather do that than go back to like a traditional job.
Because there's no, like you said, there's no rule book, and you're not taught as a kid how to handle everything on your own unless your mom is like someone who owns like her whole existence or whatever. But like you're not taught that, and when you quit, that's when you have to kind of just throw yourself in the ocean and learn how to swim.
Yeah, you have no choice.
Exactly. And Nija, for you, what is like, you said that it's not what you expected. So why is it not what you expected?
Pretty much just to say what Rachel said again, just when you want to be like a content creator, it's a lot different than you expect. You think, oh, I just put out some videos and that's it. No, you got to promote yourself. You got to get out there. You got to network. You got to know when to post, what kind of music to use, hashtags to use. Just there's so much more to it. And some people blow up, but for the majority, you got to put in work.
Yeah, you do. And I mean, to circle back, you're not taught that, but we didn't give the introduction as to what you guys actually do. We're sitting here talking about how much they're entrepreneurs. They could be janitors and y'all not know. So if you can, give a little summary, both of you, it doesn't matter who goes first, as to what y'all do.
Well, I'm a YouTube video editor and I also am a content creator.
I love that. Okay.
And I edit YouTube videos also.
For very popular people. She's trying to sound all humble. But people that you guys watch, she's probably edited a video for. Do you find that your current lifestyle is more fulfilling and satisfying as opposed to your corporate position?
Absolutely. Like, definitely. Because even though there's ways where it's like a little bit more of a struggle, like financially, it's not as like stable. I would take less stable income over like waking up and wanting to cry every day before I went to work.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like, this is like, I mean, although I never would have thought I would do this, like, I would never choose anything else now that I do it. So now I'm like, okay, actually, like, this is what I think I was here to do. Like, I love it. So, I never found a job that made me feel like that. So definitely.
Okay, Nija.
What was the question again?
The question was, do you find what you're doing now more fulfilling than what you were doing when you were working at that job that we're not going to name?
Okay. Yeah, I think it's more filling. It's a lot more scary, but I feel happier doing what I want to do rather than just having to do a job just so I could pay bills. So that's it's definitely more filling.
Yeah.
Fulfilling.
There you go. I mean, because you got to think, look at us now, like talking in these microphones and like all of this. And it happened from following a voice that was inside of you. And if you didn't follow it, I mean, realistically, I probably would have still followed it. But, you know, it happened sooner. You know what I'm saying? And then with you really just dragging me like for filth, then, you know, I wouldn't be here. So I'm super grateful for that. Last question before we go on our break. So what advice do you have for individuals who are considering leaving corporate jobs to pursue their passion in content creation?
For me, I would just say definitely do your homework, do all the research first before you quit. Just make sure you got all your ducks in a row because you may start doing content creation today, but that doesn't mean you're getting a check tomorrow. So
exactly,
you just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you could, but
more power to you. We hope for the best.
Good for you. But for other people, we not all getting checks the next day. So definitely, before you quit, work your way into that field and whatever you want to do, even if it's not content creation, whether it's like video editing or photography, just figure out what you want to do. Get your
kind of like have a game plan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go on a small little break, you guys. So sit back, eat some popcorn. If you don't like popcorn, eat some bread. If you don't like gluten, eat an egg or something. And we will be right back.
Like and then repost. Take my pic, but don't you post. Cause I live for the perfection, and my fans do the most. So I heard you have a talent, and the world needs to see it. They need someone to look up to, and honey, you have to be it. And listen, you can do it. You will gain so much wealth. But for some, I'm so sorry, but you'll lose your mental health. But don't worry, you'll be fine. Just distract yourself with likes. And if you need more exposure, then just get your fans to fight. Filter every photo if you wanna be a star. And if it doesn't look like you, great, you'll go for. If she's not cute, no worries, babe, add a blur. And there you have it, boom, you're an influencer. And this is what they see? Perfect job. They won't know you're working twice as hard and living like a star. But it's fine, it's okay, it's all within the game. You're a social influential gal and they won't know your name. How does it feel to be a star?
Back from that extremely long break, you guys. Literally, we went to the store, got some groceries. Nigel and Rachel, how are you guys?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm good. I can't complain.
Good to hear.
Yeah, okay, I'm glad you're okay. Before we get into like all the awesome stuff, I do want to ask a question that was sent to me by nobody. What is your most hated adulting task?
Well, for me, I would definitely have to say bills.
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, elaborate on that.
Bills, yeah, don't like them. I mean, hey,
that's it.
It's okay for certain stuff like car payment. Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted the car. That's okay. But why do I have to pay for trash? Like, just throw the shit in trash. Like, or let me take it to the dump. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, Rachel, what about you?
I feel like this is gonna sound very spoiled of me, but I don't like paying for my own things. Like, you know, when you're a kid,
I understand that
your parents buy you everything, and now I'm like, damn, do I really need this? And
yes,
every part of me is like, just buy it. And then the other half of me is like, you do not have money for this. Stop it.
Yeah, no, literally, that's my answer too. It's just I'm so used to being taken care of when you're a kid, and like, although I had a job pretty early on, it wasn't because I had to have a job.
That was me.
It was just because I wanted money to just say I was an independent man.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, other than that,
it was good. Well, my mom was still buying me things.
Exactly. Like, yeah, like you just said, it was cool.
Yeah.
I was the cool guy for having a job.
Yeah.
But as
Which
I
now
got,
am like,
yeah,
no.
like now you're just like, ew.
Yeah. Stop it.
I hate all aspects of adulting, but I'm trying to find the positive in it, which is we have freedom.
Yeah, we talk about that all the time. Like, I was telling him the other day, like, when you're a kid, people are like, you know, you'll be like, I can't wait till I'm a grown up to do this, that, and the other. And then people are like, oh, you don't want to be a grown up. And I feel like we're all so negative now because when you grow up, your parents always like, enjoy being a kid. It's not fun being an adult. But like, why is it not fun? Like, we're making it not fun for us.
Yeah, because it can be.
Yeah.
Like, if you just try to see it differently, then it can be fun. But it's hard. It is hard.
Yeah.
Like, you have to get past all of the shit that people like try to make you hate. Like, you know, I hate bills. I hate buying things like that I have to buy and all that stuff. But I mean, the plus side of it is that, well, I don't know the plus side of bills. I mean, I feel like that's just
I guess like me owning the car I want to own.
And our house, like, even though we have to pay rent, like we got
chose
to
the
choose
house
where we live, and we got to choose the car, and like, Nigel's dad's huge on like not running up the water bill, but I'm like, just take the long shower
in your house.
In our house. Like, when we go grocery shopping, like, we get to choose what we buy. So I try and look at the bills like that. Like, I'm glad we get to choose now. And like, I had a bowl of cereal for lunch. Like, no one told me that I couldn't have that, and I just love that for
Shout
myself.
out to the bowl of cereal. Well, I'm glad that you said that because it changed my perspective a little bit on bills because I couldn't find the positive in it. I was able to find the positive in what you said, but like bills, I was like, that's just an endless hole of negativity. But I like that. We've all been on multiple trips together. We went to Puerto Rico. We went to Orlando. We went to Gatlinburg, I think once or twice. I don't remember that.
Gatlinburg was like our first trip.
That was our first trip together. We did a cabin trip, which I can't wait till we do it. For me, the cabin trip was one of the best. Puerto Rico was the best one, but the cabin one was a little more affordable.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's more, I feel like when you go places, you feel like you have to do things there, especially out of the country.
Yeah.
But when we went to the cabin, one, it was close. So we didn't have to, like you said, we didn't have to spend a ton of money. But then also it's like, I don't know. We had to find things to do, like ways to have fun, like playing truth or dare.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we did things like we bought board games and like played. I feel like that's the beauty of being like secluded on a mountain.
Yeah, it was very like we were living a childhood, but like as an adult.
Yeah.
Only thing that was bad about it is none of the cabins had blinds.
Blinds,
Yeah, that was kind of like scary. Definitely, if I remember correctly, y'all's shower had
it was like all shit. It
like
was
somebody could literally
glass.
stand outside and
literally.
watch you shower.
Yep.
This is actually for Rachel. So with us being at the top of 2024, Rachel, what would you say is something you would do differently this year opposed to last year?
Probably following through with what I say. Like what I say I'll do. Even though I have yet to do that. It's
well,
okay.
you got time.
Steps.
It just started.
Right.
Like just when I say like, oh, let's go to the gym, like actually going to the gym.
Yeah.
Or like we have a bad habit of like sleeping in and staying up late. So like just being like, if I say, okay, I'm going to go to bed at 10 o'clock, like actually going to bed or just, whatever, like, and doing things when I say I'm going to do them. Cause I'll be like, I'll tell him like, okay, yeah, I'm going to unload the dishwasher so you can load it. And then it'll be like 3 days later and I haven't done it. So just doing things when I say I'm going to do them.
So what do you think? Okay. And I'm not trying to get deep with it, but I have to, but what do you think stops you? Like, what do you think stops you from?
I'm lazy.
Okay. Well, that was blunt. Okay. Just rip the Band-Aid
I'm the
off.
laziest person that I feel like I know. I just like to, I don't know what to say. Like, do you say something?
About you?
Well, like, I don't know how to describe how lazy I am. Like, not how lazy I am, but like how I'm lazy.
Yeah.
Like,
I think you just put stuff off.
But you know, there's a reason. Like, there's a reason for everything. Like, do you think it stems from somewhere? Like, of where you putting things off could be because, you know, if you complete it, then you have to figure out what to do next. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if it's so much that, but when I was younger, like if I sound so spoiled. If I wouldn't do something, like if we didn't like clean our rooms or whatever, like my mom would always do it for us.
Oh, okay.
So, and then as much as I love Nigel, he kind of does the same thing. And so like it's just kind of carried on.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's it. That and like I don't really take no very well. So even if I tell myself no, I'm just like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, I just do what I want anyways.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think that would be where it comes from.
Okay.
But also like it's really not the best trait to have, to be lazy.
Yeah. I mean, well, look, you have friends that will push you towards,
God.
you know, we had this whole thing where like we share each other's goals and actually like set deadlines, like the book club and all that stuff. Yeah. I'm trying to learn how to read. Not learn how to read. I'm trying to learn how to like enjoy reading, and Rachel reads a lot. And I find it attractive when you like read for fun. I feel like that's just like a good trait to have. You're working your brain and all that stuff. So I'm trying to hold like deadlines to finding books to read and all that stuff and all this and all that. So that's what friends are for.
Yeah.
Now, Nija, for you, what's something that you would do differently that is different from last year?
I mean, I'd say be more consistent and with my content, be more myself.
Okay.
So I feel like, I'm trying to think, like, I feel like a lot of my stuff might be not watered down, but it's not really me. Like some of the videos I might not cuss in, or I'll use like Chat GPT and just read whatever it's saying. So I got to put like my flair, my personality into my content.
I really like that answer. So what made you come to the realization that, because they're going to see your videos, because they're going to see,
I know.
they're going to
better.
look and they're going to see who you are.
Yeah.
So what made you say that's not me by looking at it?
Oh, well, obviously the person sitting next to me looking
There you
at
go.
me.
I was waiting for her to chime in.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much just her just saying like most people that make it are the ones being themselves. So I feel like in my content, a lot of the videos aren't myself. And like I feel like I'm trying to put on this front for like brands and shit like that. So I don't be cussing or I try to talk proper and stuff like that. So that's the thing. But now I'm more so trying to get into just being me.
Okay, yeah, no, you know what's crazy? I definitely relate to that because if you look at old videos of me, I mean, cussing, but I had to learn by doing, you know what I'm saying? I didn't start off censored and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I had to cuss and do all this and do all that. And then that's when eventually I started rebranding myself, but I had to have something to rebrand.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I feel like you're at that point now.
I feel like that too, because I do feel like looking at your most recent videos, it's a little more of your personality in there. I do feel like you can joke around a little more. Just because
I tell him that all the time. I'm like, you're so special. And like, he's always like, oh, I don't cuss, but you don't really cuss that much, period. But you're so, I always tell him, I'm like, you're so special and like, you're so funny. And like, that's what's going to set you apart. Not what you're talking about or what you're doing, but
it's how you're doing it.
Yeah. And I would like tell him, I would use you as an example. Because like, I'd be like, people like him and find his videos funny because they're his take on like real life situations and like they're his sense of humor and like you're just being yourself in your videos. And I tell him that like that's why people like you, that's what sets you apart is that you're you. And I would just tell him like the world deserves to see like you as you are. And so
exactly not who you're creating. Although I play characters, but like,
I feel like there's still there's you to them.
It is,
and like they're your characters. They're not you're not trying to fit a mold of what you think you should be.
Yeah, this is the first time I'm hearing this. So this feels good. But I 100% agree. And I appreciate you using me as an example just because you truly are an awesome person. And I don't just waste my breath on compliments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, I think if the world seen more of that, then, you know, especially because she does it too. When she, you know, Rachel has TikToks as well.
Oh my God, please don't tell people that.
And she is truly herself when she's telling her those stories and stuff like that. And I feel like those are like some of the best videos on her page just because it truly is Rachel. And I think we could all benefit from what you said about both of you said, just being yourself. All right, so it has been amazing having you guys on the show today. And we'll probably have you on the next few shows because little do you guys know, they are my testers to make sure that the guest feature works the way that I want it to work. So do you guys have any last bit I know before we literally just went on a whole motivational spill, but do you guys have any last minute encouraging words for people who want to be content creators, entrepreneurs?
I'd say just do what you want to do. Whatever makes you happy, you accomplish that. If you want to do trends, just make it your own thing. Don't copy other people. Just be you.
Okay, I love that. Okay, Rachel?
Try to find like all the little happy things because it's not always easy, especially going into something that's new. So
yes,
when it's stressful, just try to find all the happy things or remember why you started doing it in the first place.
I love that. Yeah, definitely going back to the beginning is how you move forward. I like that. So, Nyjah and Rachel, please drop your social so everybody can find you and follow you and stalk you and see if we're really friends.
Work with me.
Yes, and work with you because Rachel's accepting clients.
Always. It's Rachel Allen _
Everywhere. Okay, Nyjah.
And for me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, 8sub0.
Thank you guys for tuning in and watching and listening and, you know, wherever I put this and all that good stuff. And don't forget, when in doubt, talk it out. Tony Talks, we're done. Bye.